the difference between being poor and poverty is the mindset about time. And if you are focused on this week or this month or even just this year, you are likely to be in a poverty situation for a very long time.
If you are a millennial and you're concerned about your ability to provide for your family or pay your bills on time, well, Fox Business just wants to let you know, don't worry. The real problem here isn't inequality. It isn't an economic system rigged against you. The problem is your mindset. Let's watch.
The higher up you go, the income ladder, the higher the probability that people are not just thinking about my lifetime, but the next lifetime and maybe even the generation after that. And the real correlate between doing well is how far ahead you can look and take seriously. So my biggest concern with the millennial cohort is there doesn't seem to be a lot of long-term looking. Well, a lot of them think the world's gonna end in 12 years. It ain't.
I don't even know what her point is. Her point makes no sense at all. In fact, her point is so ridiculous, you could even see the Fox Business host in the middle, like he kind of like looks up like, what is she talking about? I don't know if you guys could play that as B-roll. Look at his face. Like, what?
Wait, what?
So, no, poverty is not a mindset. Poverty is very much a real issue for many Americans, and certainly for millennials who graduated into an economic crisis in 2008. So I have some wonderful statistics that I'll share with you just to tell you how terrible things are for a great deal of millennials, including the unemployment rate and the underemployment rate, which never gets any attention. Some people even question whether the underemployment rate is a thing, but it's a thing. So the unemployment rate among millennial college graduates is 8.8%. The underemployment rate among millennial college graduates, a measure of part-time workers looking for full-time work and workers not making full use of their skills in their full-time positions, is 18.3%.
So the Fox idea for solving problems is, just blame the people who have the problems. Oh, it's your fault for not thinking 3 generations ahead. If you just had the right mindset, this is what you do. You go, I no longer have student debt. I no longer have student debt. And then boom, you don't have student debt. Yeah, that's usually how it works.
I really don't understand like what her point is. Let me give you more on what the reality is for the millennial generation. So adjusted for inflation, the annual salary of a millennial today is actually an estimated 20% lower than the average salary for a baby boomer at the same age. That's adjusted for inflation.
Look, I know what she's saying. She's saying think ahead, plan ahead. Yeah, duh, everybody gets that, right? She thinks that the entire generation of Americans are stupid. Oh, you just forgot to plan ahead.
No,
but I started at a salary 20% lower than you. And I didn't do that, I didn't create this system. You sons of bitches rigged this system.
No, Cenk, this argument makes me crazy. And like there are, these financial advice shows that make Americans feel bad about themselves because they're not saving. You're not thinking about your emergency fund. You're not thinking about investing. You're spending all your money on avocado toast. There's no money left over after the bills are paid. So what planning ahead? People are literally living paycheck to paycheck, and it's not because they're spending on luxury items. It's because they need to pay for the bare necessities for themselves and their family members, and at the end of the day, they're not getting a living wage. That's why you have people working full-time in America right now who still need government programs just to get by. That is unacceptable.
In fact, a lot of large businesses like Walmart tell their employers or employees, hey, we're gonna pay you minimum wage, $7.25. It's impossible to live on that. That's $15,000 a year. It's okay, go get Medicaid. Go get government assistance because we don't wanna pay you, so we'll put it onto the taxpayers. Student debt is out of control. There is no affordable housing, especially in the major cities. So the situation is vastly different than the one that the baby boomers grew up in. But the baby boomers can't see the facts. They don't want to see the facts. Because they're part of the people who rigged the system in the first place. They bribed American politicians through campaign contributions to fix the system so the rich got tax cuts and then you couldn't get out of your student debt. By the way, Republicans and Joe Biden did that. And then now Republicans and Joe Biden turn around and go, the young, it's their fault. They should have thought ahead. Please, Joe Biden says, I don't care. And that's what Fox says as well. And it's gross. You guys are the ones that fixed the system in the first place.